Good morning, everyone. I hope you all can hear me. Good Wednesday morning. There, I will pin a good morning message to everyone. Let me go take a look and see who is here. Linda, Mona, Michelle, Linda, Nancy, Agnes, Lisa Marie. Let's see, oh, it skipped on me here. Excuse me. Judy, I thought I saw someone else. Oh, Terry's here. Goodness. Well, hello, everyone. Hi, Jan. Good morning, Honor and Debbie. Marie inspired me to get my hair cut. Well, I haven't got mine cut yet either. I was scheduled to go out last Friday and have my hair cut, but we had a storm coming in on Thursday night and the buses weren't going to be running. They canceled school for Friday, so I didn't get my hair cut. Hi, Laura. Hi, Lisa. Goodness, everyone's here. At least we have two Lisa Maries here. Okay, so usually I pop in a few minutes earlier, but I didn't get here earlier like I should have. Let me get my computer straightened here. Get everything put away and out of my way. I have a lot to show you guys. Hi, Adam. Please let me know. Oh, you got an appointment. Good. Please let me know. I've thought about you all morning and wondered how that went. Absolutely. I'll be thinking of you, so I'll wait to hear from you. Thank you, and best of luck to you. Absolutely the best. Agnes, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm still having more pain than what I normally have, but it's been getting better every day, so I take it. It's all good. It's all good, but thank you very much. I've been sewing, and so that is one thing I wanted to show you guys. I don't think I showed you last week, but I apologize if I did. I had to make 2 crumb blocks for my quilt swap group. So this was one, and this was number 2. Now normally I use smaller crumbs, but when I swap, I tend to use my larger crumbs and save the smaller ones for myself. And while I have the blocks out, I had someone ask me, and I told her I would put it on a video. She commented on the ladder block video, and she said she would love to see what the back of the block looked like. Okay, Adam, thank you so much. Let us know. Yes, Agnes, sewing is a good sign. Good morning, Colleen. Glad you could make it. Oh, thank you. You're good for the ego. I need a haircut desperately. Okay, so to the person who wanted to see, hi Mary and Carol, goodness, everyone's coming in. If everyone can remember to go underneath the video, not in the chat section, but underneath the video and give a thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to direct this person that had asked me, I'm going to tell her that it's in this video, but she wanted to see what the back of my ladder blocks look like. So I always open the seams, I don't know why, I just do it on there, and then on the edges I kind of iron them to the side. And I'm going to comment to her to let her know that it is here. Okay, so let's get one thing right out of the way. We did not do a beginning Wednesday of the month drawing. I didn't say change your needle and clean out your sewing machines, but I bet you guys did that anyway. So I have a bunch of names. Let's see, I'm going to tap one out. Okay, I haven't seen this person on here, but congratulations to Pamela Crow. She is our January Creative Word of the Day winner. Congratulations to Pamela Crow. You will have to message me or email me your mailing address so I can get your item out. speaking of items, when we did the Zoom Christmas party, I said I'll have everyone's prizes out to them sometime the beginning of January. And then I had the pain thing go on. But I'm getting those ready to be in the mail. They should be in the mail by Friday. I'm actually packaging up something that I needed to send to 2 different people. I've been waiting weeks to mail. I'm finally doing that today. So one of them is Judith and one is Lisa Marie. Their packages are going out today. Okay, so you guys want to see what else I've been sewing? This was my project the other day. I wanted to take this fabric and I wanted to make a boxy bag, and I did. The flag was an afterthought. Oops, I guess I ought to hold it upside right. And it's just a simple boxy bag. I added the flag using Heat and Bond Light, and then I stitched it onto this. I didn't put any pockets on the inside, but it's fully lined without any exposed seams. And it's a pretty good size. It measures about 8.5 by 6. So, hi Tracy. Okay, I'm missing out on, hi Kathy. A lot of chat here, but I have a lot to get through this morning. So I did sew that. And I might have shown you this last week that I was getting ready to make an open wide zippered bag out of this. And Nanny B had gifted me some zipper pulls. And the zipper pull for that, which was all video game controllers and such. Let me see if I can hold that up so you can see. Probably not. Anyway, it looks like a Game Boy. I can't get it to stop reflecting, but anyway, that's going to be the zipper pull on there. So I went to put this on my zipper tape, and I had bought number 3 zipper tape instead of number 5. So I did order some number 5 zipper tape, and it came in, but it was just coiled. And I thought, what am I going to put it on? Hi, Helen. I hope I haven't missed anyone. I've been trying to say hello to everyone. So I had some ribbon that I was never going to use, and my husband took the ribbon off this. And see, I have the number 3 on here. It's all coiled on here, and that was the rest of the number 3. Then I have one with my number 5, so it keeps it all together without getting all tangled and this and that. So, okay, would you like to see the postcards that I've made? I get into times where that's all I want to sew is crumbs or postcards or crazy blocks, and I just do that. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, so anyway, the only thing these are missing is I have to glue the card stock on the back and sew around the edge, but I basically have them done. To plant a seed is a hopeful deed. And then I have, these are all sewing fabrics, so I used a little bit of this, and it says on pins and needles. And then sew a needle pulling thread. And then I'm hanging on by a thread. But lots of scraps, like a lot of people would throw, say, this little strip going across here, because it was a very narrow strip left from another block that I had going. And then this one has some animals on it, so I put paw prints, and then I used the words cute as a button. Yes, hi Patty. Yes, I noticed that Mona is there. She is doing awesome, just absolutely awesome. Congratulations. Then we have the honey and the sunflowers. Sometimes I try to put all my scraps of like fabrics together, and then there's ones like this that are just a mishmash of fabrics. Hey Lukey, thank you. Thank you, Tracy. Terry, you're gonna have me singing that tune. And then I have this one. I'm almost done, I promise. And this one. And I love adding the little embellishments on these. There's some that I still might put some lace or rickrack on. I haven't decided, but they're almost done. And then I thought that little area was a perfect place for a little teensy weensy sewing machine. And then this is the last one. Okay, so last week I told you guys I would show you the postcards, and I told you that I would show you the fabric that I bought at Marden's. Now, if you remember, or if you were here, I went to Marden's a couple of weeks ago because two of my friends had told me that there was fabric there for $1.99. So I got over there, and by the time I got there, I didn't feel like being there. I was in a lot of pain. I just wanted to go home. So I was there for a specific thing, so I kind of glanced at the $1.99 a yard fabric, but I didn't buy any because I just didn't feel up to standing there looking through it. I did kind of videotape like what they had, like panning the area, but unfortunately I can't put it on here. All right, now I just adore this Lorelei Harris fabric, and I bought 2 yards of this because it was $5.99 a yard, and I'll show you the edge of it is this. Let me see here, what's the best way to do this? I'll show you part of it, and then I'll hold it up here. It's very colorful, very nice. And I love these sewing machines along the edges. Can you imagine? I could applique those onto a million different things. I know, Terry, right? It's hard. It's hard to make up your mind to give stuff away. Okay, and then I wanted a black print that I could use either for inside of bags or something. And I found this. And I bought a half yard because this is 90 inches wide, okay? So the 90-inch wide is $8.99 a yard, and I bought a half a yard. But this is gorgeous fabric. I can't tell you how good this feels. Like, very high quality fabric. I love it. Good morning, Francis. Glad you could make it. Thank you, everyone. Yes. And I have one more fabric that I bought that day. Like I said, I really wanted to spend some money. I did. I just didn't feel good. So, all right. And this was $3.99 a yard. So I bought a half a yard. I have a specific reason I bought this, and I can't tell you because it will be in an upcoming tutorial. So, speaking of tutorials, a reminder that I am doing the What's Up Wednesdays every week, but the tutorials now are going to be every other Sunday. So there was one last week, there won't be one this week. All right, let me catch up. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you liked it. Lisa, oh my gosh, how stinking cute is that fabric? Tracy, I know it is a mishmash because it's like, I saw the Lorelei Harris, and I'm like, well, I gotta have that. And then I wanted something with scissors on it, not necessarily green, but that's what they had, and I needed a black. Let's see, Colleen, I got my fabric I'd been waiting on last night. I'm going to sew while I watch, listen. Oh, good, awesome, have fun. Adam, don't let me down. Good morning, Janet. Yes, thank you to my moderators. They're dropping links. Check out everyone's channels and all this. Seriously. Okay, fabric. Now, I had messaged Mr. Adam a few weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? Maybe a week ago. I don't know. It was when I didn't feel good. I messaged him and I said, it's all your fault that I bought this stuff. I sent away for a fat quarter pack of Tula pink fabric on Amazon. Good morning, Doris. So, then I not only bought the fat quarter pack, a few days later I went on and I saw that they had a scrap bag of Tula pink fabric, okay? So I ordered that. Now they came in yesterday, all right? So first off, let me say I love almost every piece. So I'll go quickly through these. I hope you can see okay. So there's that one. That one, I really like this one. Hard to get apart here. This one. I love this one. That one's going to make a beautiful necessary clutch wallet. I can see it in my future. Butterflies with eyes. Some more gorgeous. This is the one I'm not really loving. I'm just not. I'm not a fan of the braces. I'm not a fan of Elizabeth, I believe her name is. But I like the rest of the fat quarter pack, so if I get this apart. And I absolutely love this one. And I'm usually not much of one for pink or orange, but those are gorgeous. And then the other one left is another Elizabeth in pink. Okay? So mind you, that's the fat quarter pack that I ordered. So the scrap pack came in and I was so excited because on the website they showed little narrow strips and squares and this and that. So I'm thinking I'm going to get a variety of Tula pink fabric and I can make some really cute Tula pink things. Every single one is a duplicate of the fat quarters that I got already. Alice depicts Tula's sister. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Layer cakes, buy one, get one 50% off. Today only. Yeah. I'm not buying. Thank you, Colleen. Someone might. Terry says she has a scrap bag she created herself. Yep, Tula in the house. Good morning, Zippy Zippy. Yes, I knew. Elena, I figured that was you. Kathy, I'm breaking out my zipper stash to make some of those little pouches. You help me keep focused. Now I want to go fabric shopping. Uh-oh, I hope I don't get in trouble for that, Kathy. Okay, so anyway, I didn't get scrappy strips and little pieces of Tula fabric, so I got the exact thing. So they're all, what are they? Just about 9 inches wide by width of fabric. So all it had said is you would get approximately 2 pounds or 2 yards of fabric, which, yeah. Okay, I did. All right, that's the end of the fabric. We did these bags on the tutorial the other day. This is fabric that Lisa had sent me. I think she's here today. Anyway, thank you again. And then I had more cut out that I was going to sew up before the tutorial, but I didn't. So just to show you, these are the other ones. This is fabric that a viewer had sent me a while back, and it's so bright and cheerful. I love it. And then this one, I have all sorts of scraps of this, and it has kitty cats all over it. Mary, did you mean the Tula fabric? Colleen, yeah, I ain't buying either, but I want to, yeah. Oh, Michelle, you bought needles. I need to do that. I got down the other day. I went to go get a denim needle, and it was my last one. Like, I don't know how I did it. Pencil cases. Actually, these are shorter than pencil cases, but I find they're good for things like the cords for like your charging cords and things. Small things in my purse, I can put some Tylenol or something like that in there. You can put chapsticks, you can put money. I make them all different sizes. It just depends on the size of my scrap. I just cut it out to the size of my scrap and go with that. Good morning, Georgie. Okay, so Mary, if you're asking where I got the Tula fabric, it was on Amazon, and the other fabric was from Martin's, which is just local. They don't have a website that you can buy from. All right, I need to cross off what I've told you guys about. Okay, everyone, don't forget, if you're interested, Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda is having a sew-along, and that is Saturday from 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So, like, for me, that's 11 o'clock in the morning, but you'd have to figure out your time zone. But I always like to drop in. And speaking of Zoom, now that I'm feeling better, remember, I bought a year's subscription to Zoom, so we can have some sew-alongs. So I'll probably start doing that pretty soon. Just saying, hey, I'm going to be working on such and such today. Come join me if you want to sew along. Terry, don't influence me. I'm very impressionable. I love that. Doris, I've made several of those little bags after seeing them on okra roots. Some of them I added grommets to and sold them as doggy poo bag holders. I've seen those done that way. And yes, that's where I had originally seen them too. Good morning, Terry. Hope you're doing well. Okay, Mary, yeah, thanks for clarifying. Yeah, the Tula pink fabric I bought on Amazon, one was called a scrap bag, I believe, and the other one was just a fat quarter pack. And when I bought both of them, they were on sale, but they weren't yesterday, so yikes. Let's see. Her sew-along, Mona, is on Zoom. And there's a link to it pinned at the top of my group and her group as well, I'm sure. But if you go to my Facebook group, Marie Scrappy Creations, you'll see that it is pinned at the top, or it's under announcements or something, but it's right along the top of the page. So if you get there, just click the top where it says Marie Scrappy Creations. Click that again, and when you get there, you'll see that announcement. Okay, so while I'm right here, I'm going to give the creative word of the day. So please don't use it here in the chat. Just wait until after the video, and you can leave it in the comments section. All you have to do is use it in a sentence in any way you want. The creative word for today is winter. I'm going to turn my camera so you can see how much winter we're having right now. Oops, maybe you can't. It's very white and snowing. Sorry, you get to see my porch roof. I'm sorry, it doesn't really show up very well, but it is snowing. We got, I think, close to 16 inches last week. So, yeah. Good morning, Betty. Oh, raining there. It is a good sewing day, isn't it? Okay, so the creative word of the day is winter. Just use it in a sentence. You can tell me if it's winter where you are or what your winter is like or anything at all using the word winter. So as I said, there will not be a tutorial this week. There will be one next week, but I'll tell you what's coming up that's very exciting. Finally, Marie feels better. We're going to do block number 10 of our quilt along. And that is going to be Tuesday, January 24th. I have not set a time yet. I will announce it on the Facebook group. Okay, and if you want, I can also just make a post on YouTube so everyone would get a notification there as well. Tracy says it looks the same over. Terry, I didn't know bad words were allowed here. You don't know me, naughties. Lisa says she's jealous. She would love to have some snow versus the ugly gray days. Yeah, I'm sure that is rough. I love 4 seasons. I do. I really do. As much as I can complain about, oh, the summers are humid and the winters are cold, this winter's been really mild. Normally, we're well below zero for quite a while, and I think there's only been just a few days that we have been below zero, and that's been with wind chill. Okay, let's see. Mary says, I'm going to have to look for some of that fabric, and I'm going to need another trip to Maine soon as my life gets back to normal. I love Mardens. Don't we all? I love Mardens. Mona says all they have in Ohio is rain, and Georgie says it's raining there. Well, I guess we just have to be each other's sunshine today, don't we, guys? Hey, Honor, she says we had 79 degrees yesterday. Hot for January. I bet it is. And Terry says, I'm the person who hopes winter never finds out it's its turn. Yeah, see, I love winter, except for now that I have fallen this year. I fell in the fall. How appropriate, huh? I did, and I'm so paranoid about falling now that every time I walk outside the door, I'm holding on to my husband for dear life. I don't know how that works, though. If I go down, he goes down. I'm not sure how that helps either one of us, but that's what I do. Okay, Peggy, hello. She says 70s again today, was 29 earlier this week. Sounds like Maine. There's like these 50, 60 degree changes in weather. Not that we would have 70 degrees this month, but we might get up like in the 30s or something. Terry says they have sunshine, 50 degrees. Okay. I can't think of anything else, so we'll just have to chit-chat because it's only 25 after and I exhausted the whole list of things that I had to tell you guys. Oh, Terry, goodness. I cracked my tailbone back in my 20s, and you know, still today that bothers me, so I'm sorry. That's a rough one. Yeah, I fell downstairs inside my sister's house. There were very steep steps going up to a loft, and I came down and went boom, 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 boom against my tailbone all the way down. So I can commiserate, and that took a long time to heal. Did you take a long time to heal? Yikes. And I'm using my pretty coaster that my friend Terry sent me. I know I showed you guys last week. Okay, Terry asks how it's going with the new sewing machine. So, I was sewing with the Singer the other day when I was working on this. I was quilting along, doing my favorite, my serpentine stitch, and I'm going along, and then I did the zipper, and then when I had to do the sides, you have to get in there. It's really narrow. It's a really tight thing, and it's a lot of thicknesses. And I thought, dummy, why aren't you over there on that? So I think this would have done it, except for I would have had to put the zipper foot on. But I went over to the Brother, and I tell you what, that thing sewed like butter. Yeah, like hot knife through butter. It just zinged right along through this. And I had one of my subscribers ask me something in the comments section. So to any of you who own or did own the same machine, which is a Brother 1500, she asked me if I have tried out the zipper foot yet and what I thought of it. I haven't, but I will say that when I looked at it, I thought, and I could be wrong, it looked a little clunky or something. Let me see, where is it? Maybe it just looks that way. Maybe it looks that way and it really isn't, but I haven't tried it out yet. Oh, that's the walking foot. But I did notice that. I haven't tried the walking foot yet either, and I'm going to on there because it's altogether heftier and bigger. It's longer and wider than, say, for the domestic. But of course it is. It's for a semi-industrial. It does feel good to sew like that, Terry. Oh, goodness. She says, I also banged my head. I was lucky I didn't knock the last 2 cents I had. You see, everyone, what we get from hanging around with Miss Terry. We get a laugh every day. You're so funny. Yeah, I'm going to try that walking foot because, see, now, once I get caught up, I'm going to cut out some of those necessary clutch wallets because that Brother's going to sew through that like anybody's business. So, yeah, excited. And I still need to make an I Spy rag quilt. So that's going to be the first one on that machine. That will be the first quilt. So for anyone with a semi-industrial, how does your... Oh, Michelle says that her walking foot pretty much stays on the Brother 1500. Yeah, I know a lot of people do that, but me, I keep liking to change the feet. And I have wanted one of those narrow feet, like what comes with it is the standard. I have wanted one of those for a while. I ordered one that should have fit on my Singer, but it didn't. So I ended up sending it to Denise. She goes by Denise Sew Patch. I sent it to her because I couldn't use it. So I asked everybody what they wanted. Okay, so let me see where the zipper foot is. This must be it. I haven't tried the free motion quilt foot yet either. I like it. I like the way it looks. I am not a professional by any stretch of the imagination with free motion quilting. But every time I've tried, I've either been in a rush or I'm kind of a perfectionist, so you know how it takes practice. Well, I don't want it to take practice. I want to sit down and have it look like everyone else's, and then when it doesn't, I get discouraged. So, let's see. Mona, I bought the free motion foot to try, but have been putting it off. Yeah. Terry, I love using the zipper foot on my vintage sewing machines. That's the foot I leave on there most of the time. Yeah, a zipper foot can be very friendly to a lot of things because you've got, if you need a 1/4 inch, you got a 1/4 inch. If you want to pop a zipper on there, that foot's already on there. If you want to sew just to the very edge of your seam, zipper foot's perfect for that too. So I understand that. I believe it is a low shank, but you're asking someone who still hasn't read the instruction manual yet. But I believe it is. Believe it is. But I do want to try out all the attachments that come with it. I always like to try out and do the buttonhole and all that because I like making buttonholes, actually. I stayed away from them for years. I was petrified I'd do something wrong, and those were the easiest things ever. So, oh, I do have something else I want to show. So I have a little story, okay? Last week during the What's Up Wednesday, I had a piece of wood on the floor over here that went from one side to the other. And I'm not positive, but I had 2 commenters say something about, you know, a good way to keep your sewing foot from sliding around is to put some shelf liner underneath, which is a great idea. But I've been doing that. But the reason that the wood was going across there last week wasn't to keep the foot where it was. It was because, as I had told you guys, the little plastic piece that snaps in so that the leg stays out instead of bowing in, that was broken. So the only way to keep the legs apart, my husband had put a block of like a square piece of lumber so that the legs couldn't buckle, and actually the foot was up against there. But I'm going to show you guys something. Okay, now what I used to do was I can't move it up any higher, I used to take my sewing foot and just put a piece of shelf liner underneath there on the floor. And my husband saw that one day and he asked me what it was for, and I told him it's because it keeps it from sliding, keeps it where you want it. So what did he do? So this is shelf liner, and this is just a little base. So the foot goes this way, this is the front, this is the back. So this keeps it from sliding, and it fits perfectly. He made it so it fits perfectly. So it doesn't shuffle or move out of here, and the whole block can't move. I love this thing. So now I told him he has to make me one for my brother's sewing machine as well. I have the shelf liner, he's just got to do the making. Oh, Terry doesn't like buttonholes. Goodness. Okay, so is everyone ready for quilt block number 10? We've only got 10, 11, and 12, and then we'll be done with the quilt, and we'll be putting the sashing on it. I'm going to be using sashing on mine anyway. I know not everyone is. Yes, Michelle, he's, as my mom would say, he's a keeper. Let's see. Terry, good idea. Please be careful. I broke my foot from the sewing table falling down on my foot in July. It's still healing. Oh my goodness. Yes. Terry, like that's just cringy. Yikes, that must have hurt. Probably still hurts. Yeah. I looked at a few different sewing tables because I was afraid of that. Now this sewing table that I have right here, and show you guys it's such a mess right now, but you can see it kind of goes over there. It has this opening. Well, the Brother would have fit in there. That wasn't the problem. The problem is this is only rated to hold 25 pounds and that machine weighs 36. So when I shopped for a table, I wasn't so much concerned with the size of the table because I can butt it up against, and I do intend to, we're going to move this whole room around now, but I'm going to butt it up against another table, whichever one I choose, because it is the right height. But that's rated to hold the weight of that sewing machine. And then the other thing I want to do is get the insert, because there is an insert that you get that fills in that hole, that gap. See, like right now it's setting on top of the table, but there is a cutout right here, and you lower it under here. There's like this little chain thing, and you lower it so that the bed of your machine is even with the table, or so it's supposed to be. With mine, it's either, if you go one chain up, it's up a little bit over the edge of the table. The other one is down a little bit too low. But I think once I get that clear insert, which they want a little over $100 for those, like, yikes. So it's going to be a little bit anyway, but yeah, I think once I get that, it will be fine. But that Gidget 2 is rated to hold the semi-industrial machines, so that's a good thing. Debbie, he really is good at coming up with stuff. It's just like the other day when I went downstairs with all my zipper tape. I had some number 3, some number 5, and I said, Johnny, I keep coiling this stuff up and putting it in a baggie. I said, I tried wrapping it around a paper towel base, like the cardboard from the paper towel. I said, there's got to be something simpler. I said, I don't need an answer right now. I said, just whenever you come up with something. And he came up about 10 minutes later with one of these and said, and he helped me roll it and everything. But he's always coming up with stuff like that. He really is. Yes, Terry, the shelf liner. Yep. And you're still in a boot? Oh, I can't. When you say it was so awful, that probably doesn't even hit the tip of the iceberg. No. Yeah, they're no fun, Debbie. I've seen people use them. So, yeah. Karen, my husband had an awesome large wooden table at the office they didn't use. He brought it home to me. My daughter organized a carpenter to insert drawers down both sides with a gap for me to sit. Well, how wonderful is that? Wow. Yeah, I can understand that. When we were at Walmart, I saw these drawers. They're just those plastic, like 3-drawer, 4-drawer, whatever. And I'm thinking, boy, I could really use those to organize. Where? There's no place here to put them. And yeah. Okay, something else I did the other day when I was starting to feel better is I started is the key word, to organize my fabrics, because I'll tell you what happens, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one who's guilty of this. I organize my fabric, and then when I use my fabric, I'll be in a hurry and I'll say, oh, I'll put that back later. I'll just shove it here, push it there, lay it there. I don't go back to do it. No. Because who wants to organize fabric again? But I did. I put all my solids and my almost solids together. So like the browns, the beige, and then blue, everything's together in its color group. And I didn't start organizing the rest. Another day when it will hit me. But I really want to get caught up on some sewing, because over the last 3 to 4 weeks, I have not sewn very much at all. It felt really good to make this the other day, and I felt very accomplished, but it took me way longer than it normally would. It's kind of hard to get back in the groove when you've been away, you know? It really is. So, there. Just thinking back to our winner again, Pamela Crow, congratulations again. I think she's on our Facebook group. I think she's on the Facebook group, so I'll probably private message her to let her know that she is our winner. Let's see. Terry, my bone was broken in a few places. I lost the nail. Doctor said it would take a year to heal whether or not I had surgery done, so I didn't have surgery. Yeah, at that point, you know. The rivet press. Yeah, my granddaughter likes to come over and push it like it's one of those water pumps. I need to buy the right size die for it. I bought the wrong size. But I need to do that. Thank you for the reminder. I need to order that because I can't really make the wallets until I do that. That's true, Debbie. The more I sew, the worse it gets. Because I try. I really do. It's like with scraps. They just multiply. I don't care. They're like rabbits. You put 2 pieces of scrap in a bag and the next day you come back and there's 20 pieces there. I know there is. I've watched it happen. Oh, goodness on her. Stay safe. She says, we are now under a tornado watch. Oh my goodness, that would scare me right to pieces. Yeah. Yeah, Mona, I was watching one of your videos this morning. I'd have to see what the name of it is in my history because I have a terrible memory. I just do. Oops. Oh, and people are messaging me on my Scrappy Creations page, not my group, but my page. I don't go there. In fact, I'm going to delete it if I can figure out how. I made it one day thinking I could go on there and like sell things on there or whatever and keep it separate from the group. But I had to have a separate login, separate password, and I keep getting messages from people, and I really, it's hard because I already have 2 Facebook accounts to log into and out of to check messages and things like that. And I'm not big on Facebook to begin with, but then to have to log in on a 3rd place, and it logs me out of everything on all my devices every time I go to that group. So I hate to just do that, but I've got some people who are messaging me there, and it just makes it really difficult to answer. Let's see, I've got to go back up. The rivet reminder, yes. I use a Japanese hole punch for making the hole, and then I use the press to set the rivet. Yep, I've already got a little hand squeezy thingy-majiggy hole punch, whatever. Yeah, the thingy-majiggy. Tracy loves her rivet press. Honors fighting with autocorrect. Oh, Debbie caught onto that. Don't you just love autocorrect? Karen, I bought a rivet press like yours, and my daughter had fun using it while she made fidget books for kids. Awesome. Worked beautifully. I was meant to make baby growers for my first grandchild. Did not. Is that like those t-shirt thingies there, or crawlers? And did not. She's 2. Hey, that happens to all of us. We mean to do something, and then, yeah, it doesn't work out. Honor says she feels like a frog now. Deactivate. Thank you, Terry. I will check into that. Mona, I didn't know that. I can turn off messages. Yeah, because it's not that I don't want to chat with people. Well, number one, a lot of times I can't get back to people. Like, I got on to Messenger, was it yesterday or the day before? And after I replied to 4, I still had 11. And that was on that account. That wasn't even over on the other account. And that's not counting YouTube comments and all that. So sometimes when I get overwhelmed, I just shut down. I don't do anything. And it's not because I'm trying to be rude. It's just, I could stay on the computer all day replying or commenting, and I would never get any sewing done or general life things done. So, but I think you guys all understand that. I haven't had anyone say, oh, it's been 4 days and you didn't message me back. You know, that's never happened. So people are very understanding. The one looks like a torture device. Okay, everyone. I think that's going to do it. You've been listening to me go yak, 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 yak. You're probably tired of my voice by now. But I appreciate you hanging out with me. I love showing you all my fabrics. I am going to make my husband and I a quick lunch, and I plan on working on my to-do list this afternoon. I think I have 4 phone calls I need to make. I need to catch up on some paperwork. I have a video chat. I have, yeah, and I'd like to sew. Now, if I can get all that done, I think I'll be lucky. But the one thing I don't have to do is cook, because I cooked yesterday and the day before, so we've got leftovers, so I don't have to cook. And I made a great big salad yesterday. So, all right, everyone, you take care. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me. Congratulations again to Pamela Crow, and you all have fun. I hope you have a great day today. Thank you, Honor. You too. You too, Jan. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with me here today. And don't forget, when you leave, to click like on the video. And don't forget to leave a comment so you can get put in for the drawing next month. So be kind out there. The world needs more of that. And I'll see you next time.